G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video here we're jumping back into the seriously serious event and we're going to be taking out that other mission. So first mission was to knock over the fight using a super boss's team. Sorry, I was just looking at our rotations here. So now we're jumping in and getting it done with the superhero team. So another really powerful team. Probably hasn't had as many updates as we sort of think about when you're thinking, oh yeah, superheroes, that gets Universe Survival Saga, all that type of jazz. We get the updates for that all the time. But looking at the team, like we're still rocking Beasterizer. We've got the physical Gogeta, who's now certainly getting on in age. We've got the Tech Vegito Blue, so he's a unit that did obviously Easy A previously, has now gotten his temporary boost, so that's given him some extra juice to work with. But in terms of like my team build, we haven't got any real recent releases other than the STR Blue Goku and Vegeta. Now with that being said, they are an absolute dominant force. I think they're going to be one of my favourite units in the game going forward. Just looking at their amazing ability to sit in slot 1. They've also got the support on their super. It's like tick, tick it for me. That's two of my favourite things to roll with. So really expecting big things from them going forward. We have had part 2 of the global celebration leaked, so it'll be interesting to see how they sort of mesh with what is coming in part 2. They are a fused fighters leader, so that does sort of open up a lot of options in terms of team building with two of them on a team. And I definitely like the idea of running two of them on a team. Maybe you could have facilitated that for the superheroes mission, but we've also got the gods, and the gods are absolutely amazing. So as you can see, they're firing off a billion supers here. I plan to run rotations of the gods and the blues, and then the gods, and probably Tech Vegito in the end I think will be who I decide to go with. Yeah, I think that's just going to be a little bit more valuable than we'll rock Beast at the start while we need to sort of get our rotations fixed up. But then, yeah, we can slide him across into a floating role and also hold on to that target skill. So we do have 2 target skills on the team, which is good. Yeah, yep. Cool, I was just looking at this. May as well build up our Dokkan gauge a little bit here as well. We've got physical Gogeta. He was the other unit that I was referring to as to having the Dokkan gauge. It's sort of, yeah, just really easy to throw him on a team with his orb changing. Then he is a defensive stacker, but you get that transformation into blue and you got the 70% chance to dodge. So that does give him quite a bit of defensive utility there. We're getting supered here. But the good thing is we will be able to finish this first round, or first opponent, whatever we want to call Trunks here, straight off the bat. So bang. Tech Vegito may even get to pop a super in slot 3. From memory he does he stack attack only, or does he also stack defense? Nah, it's probably not going to matter anyway. Physical Gogeta is probably just going to get this done. So I did float the Tech Vegito because I want him on my other onto this rotation. So that was sort of the strategy behind that one there. What we're going to do is grab... That should open up those. No, that did not drop how I wanted it to whatsoever. Fortunately enough for me, it did work though. We got some tech key spheres there. Next rotation we will have the orb changing from Gogeta to fix this up anyway. So from doing the super bosses mission, I am aware that every super attack does raise Trunks' attack. So ideally, the faster you're able to get this finished, the better. 18 milli. That's not too shabby for the Beasterizer here. He's certainly not the biggest damage dealer in the world, but the one advantage that he does have over a lot of these other units is if you're getting him hit, you can, as you saw there, build up that crit chance. So cool. The double super, we know that that's not going to be doing anything to Beast yet anyways. So cool. And then 17 milli for the gods. The advantage of having Beast sit in slot 1 there, obviously, was also his defensive capabilities, but it meant that we could get some extra links active with the blue Goku in slot 3. Yeah, not only is he a support unit, but he's also a pretty good little linking partner for the gods. So, cool. And if he falls below certain HP thresholds, he's a unit that does get damage reduction. So that's pretty valuable as well. The only annoying thing with him is the same as the Tech Dokkan Fest. He does take away from our own HP, which is never fun. But anyways, you'll pump out, yeah, as you can see, 14 milli, just a nice little super attack there, nothing too crazy. Compare, 100k. Dang, that was more damage than I was expecting, not gonna lie. What we'll do is we'll grab that. I would have liked to have utilised that for healing, but we're going to get as many orbs as humanly possible to set us up for like the passive numbers that we get there. So Goku and Vegeta, perfect. That, as I said, this unit is going to be one of my favourite units going forward, and there is literally zero doubt about it. So we'll save up their active skill as well. We'll give ourselves an opportunity to stack our attack a little bit higher before we do pop that one there. But yeah, looking at this next rotation that we're going to have, we'll have the Tech Vegito coming around. So upon transformation, he does get his guaranteed dodge, so a big tick. So we'll throw him in slot 1. Hopefully it's a situation like just then where we are getting supered a lot in slot 1. And then, yeah, we'll float off the Beasterizer. We'll just launch him into slot 3. We won't pop his target mechanic just yet. We'll save that up for next time. And also physical Gogeta, we're floating him off here. He'll be able to transform from his next rotation that he pops around on, but we won't be able to use the target mechanic until he comes around again after that. So it is a little bit annoying, the requirements that we do have on him if you are using him as a floater, because you're rarely getting to see him sort of use those abilities. But I guess the only other option to that is you run him on rotation. I probably don't want to do that in this fight in particular. But yep, cool. Bang. And we got the dodge. That's why we love a dodge build. Cool. So we get that transformation, as I said, into Vegito Blue. He'll be able to start building up his damage. Let's see. There is quite a lot of attacks in that first slot. So what we might do is we'll go that. Grab that. Grab the tech key spheres. Classic. We'll do that. And then that. Yep, I think that's the go. So what's that's going to allow us to do is to grab all of those STR key spheres with the STR blues on the next rotation, and then we'll get a nice little heal from that. We'll also have plenty of orbs for the Tech Gods next rotation as well. So bang. You can see we've already overtaken the 18 key super attack damage marker here. That's sort of always been the case with Vegito, is that first one doesn't do that much, but then after that you sort of start to really accumulate some decent damage. So in come the gods, Kapow, get the big time crit. We got the cancel of an action. Remember, we get the extra dodge with each rainbow key sphere obtained, but that's not really relevant for their first turn, because on their first turn they are going to have the 77% damage reduction, which is still such an insane ability that, like, after they've stacked it a few times, there is not much that a boss is able to do against that damage reduction. And after all these supers as well, like, I wish we could pause and just see what type of defensive stat they're looking at right there, because it would be really, really insane. This Trunks has had a ton of build-up. Crazy that we didn't get the dodge, to be honest, but you can see, bang, double digits. We actually got tagged twice in a row. I swear, didn't I get like 4 rainbow key spheres? Because 4 rainbow key spheres had put them to a 78% chance to dodge. But bang, double digits. Double digits. So next time Beast comes around, we probably will have to pop his what's McCarty. Let's see if we do that. That's going to give off 44 million. Dang, that was a lot of damage. We'd then be crazy not to grab that before we do this, and we can grab. Oh yeah. We'll pop that one as well. So we're just absolutely pouring on the damage. Almost a 49 million there. Yeah, we'll just grab that with you. And then we'll do that. So by not grabbing any further healing, that should mean that when Super Saiyan, like the blue Goku, does his super attacks and dwindles down our HP mark, that means we should fall below 77%. And that is the requirement to get some of his extra damage reduction. So yeah, sort of being, a little bit tactical there. So Kapow, we get the attack lowering. Hey, and we do get the additional nice little 29 million there. Not too shabby at all. Next turn we'll also have the Tech Gods as well as the Tech Vegito active skills that we can utilize as well. So I imagine that those active skills probably will get it done. Dang, 37 with the Gods transformed with a million attacks incoming as well. I wonder if we will just get this done with active skills up next, because, as I said, we've got a lot of supers here, and they're going to be a lot of crits as well. So add in Blue Goku with his type advantage. Yeah, we're going to get a KO screen. Bang. The question is, whose KO screen do we want to see? Do we want Blue Vegito or the Gods? I hope that Blue Vegetos might not be enough to get it done, and then the Gods might be too much, because they will just absolutely obliterate. Anyways, as I said, we'll get our dub here. So what we'll do is we'll transform into Blue Gogeta. That's still, that's probably was the same. We'll try with Vegito first, because his KO screen is sick, but not enough juice in the tank there. What we'll do is we'll pop that one, 51 million, and that is GG. So there you go, guys. That is the second mission for the Seriously Serious battle done and dusted. Superheroes gets the job done pretty convincingly there. The Tech Gods, just absolute monsters. So there's the team again. Don't forget to like. So let me know how you built your team down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.